Well, yeah, man, I'm Eddie from Food and Cosplay, and you're about to listen to my podcast, like? Okay, that's a lie. It's not really Eddie. It's CJ, and I'm usually on his podcast, and I'm here to tell you that you're about to listen to some views and comments from the hosts and guests, but that reflects their views. Now, this is a great podcast. I'm one of the only listeners, and now you've joined me. And the best part is, the banter section is about to start. Take it away, Eddie. It's going to be great.
All right, okay. You two might not find this weird, but I don't like Halloween.
I do find it weird.
So what?
I do find it weird.
Yeah, no, because like, yeah, go on.
I don't dislike Halloween. I just find that I never get to do anything for it because it's so soon after MCM that I'm always like, this is going to be the year where I'm going to have enough energy to do something on Halloween. And then suddenly MCM's over, Halloween's a handful of days away. I'm just like, what?
Yeah, but
What's happening?
But Halloween is a week away from MCM London, so you've had a whole week to do something about it.
Yeah, but I had plans this Friday, and then me and my friends who were going to go to this Halloween party at Arcanist Tavern, we just all looked at it and we were just like, none of us thought to check if there were tickets, and now none of us can be bothered to leave the house.
Have an idea. I can help you with your plans for Friday, Saturday, or Sunday of that weekend. Small independent film could be released in the cinema. It's only for a limited time. You may have never heard of it. Don't worry, but just buy tickets. Just go and see it. Okay, it's called K-pop Demon Hunters. And what? Just go and see it. We need to protect the whole moon. Hello everybody, this is the Ed Talks About podcast, a podcast series talking about cosplay, Comic-Con, and everything else. I'm your host Eddie, and we are talking about MCM London 2025, October edition, the good, the bad, and the ugly. If just to my guest, that's going to be reverberate. It's going to sound really good on podcast. Anyway, joining us on the podcast is Bailey of Arcadia Bailey.
Yes.
Yes, there's a little joke about that we can't say out loud. And we have Doc of Tessogari Cosplay, or Cos actually, yes.
Yeah, I'm lazy and I didn't put the whole word in.
Yes, you're not the only one that's done that. Anyway, welcome to you both.
Hi.
Oh, Bailey, could you sound any less enthusiastic being on here?
Hi.
I stand corrected. Oh my lord. Oh dear. Anyway, oh god, my voice is already hurting already, and I just know this is gonna be a long podcast. Oh god. Anyway, Bailey, Doc, I hope you're both well, and we'll do a welfare check in a minute. If you're wondering who's Bailey, who's Bailey? Not Bailey of the WWE wrestler. I would love to introduce that person to my podcast.
Am I your second choice, Bailey? Wow.
Do wrestlers have very deep and meaningful, input on Comic-Con?
Oh, mate, you don't. There
was a wrestling section.
There was wrestling.
True.
Yes. Actually, I was watching someone else's review on it, and they said, "Oh, look, WWE." I went, "No, that's not WWE. That's wrestling."
Yeah, not quite the same thing.
Not quite the same thing. Bailey is new to the podcast, so I always do an introduction. Just say, who they are and where they've. Not say where they come from. This is not blind. But,
welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast. Yeah, I'm introducing Bailey so that everyone knows who they are. So Bailey, I always say how we met, and my first recollection of you is just us having a photo shoot at a London MCM, and I don't know if I asked you this question. What year was it again?
Oh, I think it was 2022.
And it was. All I know is all I can remember is blue. You had those wings, and the wind on that day was absolutely playing havoc. So, who was the character?
It was Lapis Lazuli from Steven Universe.
That sounds about right. Yes. Is that the same memory you have of how we first met?
Yeah. That was it.
Yeah. But can I just ask? What made you book with me? Because that was obviously the first time we met, and I'm always curious how either people find me or how I get recommended or things like that. So how do you know of me?
I think it must have been that I'd seen a lot of my friends shoot with you. and I had been cosplaying before COVID,
Yeah.
but this was very much kind of like first time properly trying to kind of work with people and meet people at a con.
Yeah.
So I was kind of going through like, who do my friends work with? Who seems cool? And then you released your booking, and I was like, you seem cool.
Wait. No one warned you about me. No one.
No, I went in blind.
This was all
And here we are.
I mean, as Doc has just mentioned, I mean, I question your friendship if I was you. If none of them warned you about me, then that's on them. Doc, you can keep quiet, okay? You can sit there and keep quiet.
I'm being very good.
You are being very good. Yes, you
I
are very
know.
good. Yes. But also, we don't just meet up. We don't just see each other at Comic-Con, do we?
Oh, we're going there.
Oh, we're definitely going there. Oh, yes.
I have apparently a talent for jump scaring Eddie randomly outside of
Twice.
con.
One time, which is fairly like the odds are quite good. The
Yeah.
other one, and I mean,
It's ridiculous.
it's ridiculous. So, do you want to do the first one? I'll do the second one.
Yeah, the first one made sense. It was the Across the Spider-Verse, I believe.
Yes.
Like the film was screening and there was an orchestra playing the music.
Yeah.
That made sense. I was walking in, you were in the merch store, I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Hi.
I was like, I was trying to buy, I think a hoodie or a t-shirt at the time, and things like that. The second time, right? You can fill in the how the math behind it. But I was at the Taskmaster live experience. Had to take a day off work, and I just completed my bit. And there is me doing a video of it on my Patreon and about it. Just want to promote that. And I bought my merch. I turn around and I see. I'm like, hang on, I know that face.
Me also trying to buy my merch. Haven't done my slot yet. Also took a day of annual leave to go on that. Like, there was no reason we should have both been there that day.
No, absolutely. And we never spoke to each other about, if we liked Taskmaster or not. So it's like really weird to like see someone who I know, has gone to see Taskmaster. So I mean, who likes Taskmaster as much as I do. So yeah. Anyway,
That was wild.
By the way, have I mentioned I went to see the recording of Taskmaster recently?
You.
Doc,
He's been tormenting me this weekend over knowing the lineup for the new series of Taskmaster when I missed out on tickets.
Yeah, that sounds like Eddie.
Yeah.
But it's really funny that actually on the day I went to see the recording, I met 2 other cosplayers that day. So I was expecting to see Bailey to turn up going,
and
what?
The fact that after we'd finished shooting, I bumped into another one of my friends who had also been to the recording and also knows the cast, and neither one of them will tell me the full lineup.
But you don't want to, do you?
It's also a case of if you did tell me, I don't know if I believe you.
To be fair, I did say that.
You literally prefaced, you gave me one name, but before you said that name, you said, and you won't know whether or not I'm telling you the truth until it airs. And that was on the Friday. I had to live with that all weekend.
Oh, 100%. And this is why your friends are the worst, because they didn't warn you about me. They didn't warn you.
Who knew a Lapis Lazuli shoot would end up here?
Oh my goodness. Anyway, I hope I've properly introduced you to my
That's pretty much my entire personality, yeah.
It really is. Oh, you are very chaotic. You got very chaotic energy and things like that.
Hey.
Let's do a welfare check, and we'll go from the previous week up until the Friday of MCM London. So, Doc hasn't spoken for a while, so I'll let them go first. Hey, Doc, before MCM London, how's your last 7 days?
It was good. Yeah.
Yes.
Work was on fire, but apart from that,
Okay, and you counted all your relatives. They're all still.
Yep, all still present and correct-ish.
What do you mean ish?
Well, they're just all mental.
Yes. Also, why did you compare me to a dog the other day?
I did not compare you to a dog.
What did you do?
I merely suggested that Ada and you could be distantly related because she's half Chinese.
So what did I say and what did you say? Sorry.
It's totally different.
Did you compare me to a dog? No, you may be related to a dog. Oh, yeah, that's even better.
Yeah, that's a hate crime. I don't know whether it's a hate crime to her or you, but one way or the other.
To be fair, it'll probably be to your dog actually. So I know I'm quite low down the pecking order in the world. So yeah. Oh no, this is look. I know I've mentioned this on my Room 101 episode. Sorry, the FNC Room 101. But like, what I hate about life is people who like. I'm sure I've mentioned this, but people who have pets. I hate people with pets, not because it's the pet itself or the pet owner. It's more about you can have a conversation with someone and go, "Hey, doc, I've got a really. I need to tell you something. I'm going through a really bad mental health moment. Did you just turn your attention away from me to that dog?"
Yeah. Sorry, my dog is more important than you. Don't worry. When I first started working where I work now, we had a dog called Missy, and for like the first 18 months I worked there, one of my colleagues thought Missy was my child. And she one day, the reason we figured it out was because one day she was like, "So how are you coping with like the schools being closed?" And I was like, "I don't care because why would I care?" She was like, "Well, for Missy." And I was like, "Missy is a dog." Yeah, that's where we realised that she'd spent the whole like first 18 months of us working together thinking Missy was a person, not a dog. And I was like, yeah, no, Missy is a very, very ancient and decrepit dog.
Have you seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
No.
I know exactly where you're going with
There's
this.
a scene where they're trying to work out if one of the police officers they work with, when they talk about a name, is it the wife? Is Kelly? That's it. Is Kelly is the wife or the dog? Because every answer they give, trying to work out is it the dog or the wife, is very neutral to either thing. So it's like, oh, are they sleeping? Oh, yes, they all get curled up, snuggled together. Like, oh, okay then. Oh, how are they
Favorite
eating?
food is peanut butter.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll gently dox myself. So in real life, I'm called Harry, and the person I sit next to at work, his family dog is called Harry. So he prefaces stories with stuff like Dog Harry. He's going to tell a story about Dog Harry, but the best one was when he was telling us about Dog Harry begging for cheese, and everyone in the team just looked at him and was like, "Yeah, that could have been Human Harry." I was like, "Yeah, to be fair." That's fair. So yeah, we have Dog Harry and we have Human Harry in our office.
Okay, that's good to know. You didn't have to dock yourself, but nice. You didn't have to dock yourself, Doc.
That's fine.
Yeah,
We spell it weird anyway. So
yeah. Bailey, how are you? How was the last 7 days before MCM London?
It was good. I mean, on topic, it was mostly just cotton crunching.
God damn it!
Well, okay, my definition of con crunch is I finished everything at lunch on Wednesday because I was out all day Thursday.
Oh, okay.
So it's not awful.
That's not awful. Okay, not awful.
Yeah, that's what I call a con crunch, is if things are finished on my last free day before con.
Okay, yeah. All right, okay. At least you're not taking the sewing machine to the hotel room.
Oh God.
So many people who were like styling wigs.
Yeah.
It was like Saturday night. I'm like, my dudes, just don't wear it. It's fine.
Dudes.
I can't bring myself to. If anything needs to be done on an evening of the con itself, it's not getting done.
Yeah.
I want to sleep, please.
Oh God, yes. Me. Oh my God. Although I did find out some people on the Saturday night, Sunday morning, shall we say, that time frame. One hotel's alarm went off and they just got woken up at 4 a.m. anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, I that happened to me once. Now I just sleep at my own home, and I travel each day. I do not care how far the trip is. At least I get to sleep in my own bed. Anywho, let's review this. Let's review this event. So, the good and the bad and the ugly. For those who don't know, if you're unfamiliar with this format of my podcast, we will review it with saying what was the good, if there's any bad, and if there's any uglies. Hopefully, there's no ugly. Hopefully, there's not many bads. There's many goods. But that's just a hope. But also, I will remember to actually read the comments of my social media that I posted on a Monday. No, there are times in which I do say in the middle of the podcast record, oh, and I'll talk about that later. And I never do because I don't write it down and don't look. And if I did write it, I probably don't even look at my notes. So I've got screens in front of me. I've got a keyboard. So if I do need to write notes down, you'll hear some tappy, things like that. So anyway. So we do the good and bad thing, and we'll take it in turns. We'll do round robins type of thing. We might just list all our goods and then list all our bads rather than going round. I said round. So even though I don't even know what we're doing anymore. Anyway, I go through mine first. So the good. just preferences. Little disclaimer as well. Sorry,
Yes.
almost forgot. Hey Bailey, did you get a creator pass for the event?
Yes, I did.
Hey Doc, did you get a creator pass for the event or any other passes besides the normal general entry?
No.
I also did get a creator pass. So just to say that though we got creator passes, and in a sense we got in for free and things like that, we will be unbiased with our opinions. We're not here to promote MCM in that sense. Obviously, we will talk about MCM, but we're not going to promote it and falsify what our thoughts are. There are things that I do have issues with, which I will go into, which I've said so in previous podcasts that when I have been given a pass, but at least this time I remember to say I was given one because you're meant to put like hash ad to say if you've been giving something now. I don't know at what point do I put that in. So anyway.
I've just been putting like in my captions like ad/gifted.
Yeah, exactly.
I technically gifted feels more accurate, but I don't know if legally it has to be. Anyway, that's not important.
That's not important. Yeah. Anyway,
that's not the point of right now.
Exactly, not right now. Anyway, here we go. So here are my goods, and it's not extensive, but it's quite. I can add a lot of meat to it. So the one thing I really liked was I've been moaning about this year on year, event after event, and it felt like this year they're listen. Hey MCM, if you're listening to my podcast, thank you very much. But I feel like they're listening to my podcast because they've expanded the event for the first time in God knows how long. So I think it's usually like North and South Hall 1 to 10, I think, or 1 to 8, or some number like that. But this year, I noticed it. I saw a post about it. They said, "Oh, we've moved the Cosplay Central to the ICC end upstairs." I went, "Oh, that's interesting. Oh, does that mean there's more floor space there, more this, more that?" So I was like, "Oh my God, they're finally expanding." Because I know they do have the Platinum suite as well, but I think that's more for some, like panels and
creators
things like that. And there is a creator lounge, but that's not really there, but somewhere else there. But I think for me, that was like the first positive sign that I've seen from MCM Repop that they are not saying taking it more seriously. That's not the right words to use. They are looking at the event and go, right, how can we make it better? Yeah. And that's all I've asked for. It's like, what can you give us more for our money? We keep getting told, price of tickets are going up, and this, the cost of living is going up. We're trying to get more value for our money and things like that. And I feel like this year they kind of went, do you know what? We won't increase the prices, but we'll give you a little bit more for it. And we're like, yay, woo! So I was like, things like that. I'm trying to does Bailey, I'll go alphabetical. Bailey, do you want to add to the expansion? Do you want to talk about the expansion a little bit, or even the Cosplay Central dynamo? We'll put a pin in it, but where it is and things like that, and the expansion. What do you want to talk about it?
Well, it was also the main stage and the capital stage were moved down that end as well, which I did really like, because a lot of the time I feel like when the big stages are on the main floor, you can hear them all the time. And having them somewhere separate.
Yeah.
And it also made, I don't know, I think it made queuing to get in a bit nicer as well, because you're not queuing for the stage while being surrounded by the entire con hall, and you're not listening to the stage while being in the con hall as well. I think having some space between the two was quite nice, actually.
Absolutely. That's a really good point to be made. I think I focus on the Cosplay Central because that's what I was more interested in. But yes, the main stage was there and things like that. Doc, did you want to come in about the expansion? Because I know you're only there Friday and Sunday, and we'll cover that bit in a moment. I need to make a note of that. But yes, go. Do you want to mention about the expansion if you've got a view?
Yeah, I mean, it was quite nice because I think since COVID kind of ended, they've been putting the price up and saying, "Oh yeah, but you guys get this." Like, we're partnering up with EGX, for example. And for a lot of people, that's not really a draw. I don't want to go and play in a LAN party. That's not for me. It's great for other people. And I think this time there was a little bit of something for everybody with the expansion, which I think was really good. So we did have EGX, we had the LAN and all that kind of stuff. But there was also, as you say, there was more spaces for people to go and spend time. And it felt like they'd listened and they'd said, oh, yeah, actually, that makes sense. And they've done it, which was really nice to see.
Absolutely, yeah. So, which will now lead into my next good, is that because they create more space, because they moved the definitely the main stage took a lot. So, Cosplay Central, you could arguably say didn't take up that much space, but nonetheless they've created space. But I felt like this year Artist Alley is bigger. I'm not
Yeah.
saying like it took took up 3-5 halls, but it felt like there's more artists there. I felt like there was just okay. So if if anyone's looked at my stories on Instagram on Tuesday, I have shown everyone what I bought. There's a slight. So you shut it. You shut up, Bailey. Might have gone a little crazy about how much I bought and what I bought, but nonetheless, I have spent quite a bit of money on that at Artist Alley, and I have no regrets. And we'll just leave it at that.
Bobby cosplay when?
What?
Oh,
Come on, Eddie. You've got to
Come
cosplay
on.
Bobby.
I don't know what you're talking about. I did not buy that much K-pop Demon Hunters sticker merch, keychains, and pin badges that I might have
yeah,
spent.
there was a little bit of game changer in there as well.
Oh, yeah, game changer. Yeah. I don't know if I spent about 150 quid's worth, I think. To be fair, a third of that was on t-shirts. So,
No, that's fair.
yes.
I can't talk because I spent most of mine on Angel Dust merch. And talk about problematic faves.
Oh my god. Yeah, all right. Oh god. But yeah, that's how I saw. I still love the I do like the layout of basically. I remember the years where the aisles were quite tight and small, and like people could not move about and things like that. And yeah, I just love the layout that's so wide and allows people to flow more. And again, I think I've read comments online that there's issues with that, but I think in between in the rows of the shops, rather than being 2 stalls wide, it was 3 stalls wide at times. I'm like, is this new? I don't remember being at 3 stall wide with some of the
The only time I've seen them do that is Birmingham. Because I really like MCM Birmingham because it's a really different vibe to MCM London.
Yeah.
But they have quite a lot of space for often how many stalls and exhibitors and stuff that they get. So I've always felt that they were just trying to make the space look more full, which is fair enough. But when they did it in London, it seemed like it actually made the space bigger, which sounds a bit daft, but it really did feel like it was a bigger space. I don't think you're going mad.
Okay, good. But Bailey, did you want to jump in?
Well, my biggest run round Artist Alley was actually, my attempt at a run round Artist Alley was on the Saturday. So I was, because Saturday is often the most busy, it's harder to see, I guess, whether or not it's taking up more space or anything. That makes sense?
Yeah. There's less floor for you to be able to notice it.
Yes. No, that is exactly it. And but I think that's also a case of like if you're doing Saturday, you need to plan it well, and I didn't, because I didn't take into account just how big the prop I was carrying was.
Oh.
Yes.
It took up more space than I expected, and if that's a me thing. That's a me planning issue.
As long as you know it's your wrong, that's all that matters.
It was my wrong, and it went in the cloakroom when I realised, because this was not good for anybody.
I feel like you need to now explain what the prop is.
It's a bass guitar, but it has horns coming off the side, and people kept on walking into the horns. So it had to go in the cloakroom.
The cloakroom of shame.
The cloakroom of shame. We've learnt our lesson.
Oh dear Lord!
After 10 years of cons, I've learnt my lesson.
Yes. Oh Lord.
We all still do these things though. It doesn't matter how.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Some things you just have to keep making the same mistake.
Yeah, like it takes a lot to get it through my thick skull. I know that for sure.
No, you're just making the same mistake. Oh god. Anyway, I need to move this conversation along a lot more quicker. Oh dear Lord. Anyway, I don't have much for the good. Not to say there wasn't many. I'm just saying those are like definitely the highlights for me. I'm hoping my guests will also add more. So Bailey, I'll start with you. What's your good of the event? What did you see that's addition to mine?
Well, my one highlight for me isn't something that's new to the event, but something that's been there for a while that I finally got to try. I got to do the Forest Glade sword training.
Oh, okay.
I've been trying to do that at cons for years, and it's genuinely is a case of you need to get there immediately because it is so popular, and I see why. It's one of those things on a con floor that doesn't cost you any extra to do, but is a really fun activity to be able to do if you get there in time.
Mm.
And I want to I like seeing more of those things on the con floor because I feel like otherwise I spend all my time in Artist Alley, I'm spending more money, or I'm spending time outside, and that's not what the ticket's for.
No, I do get that, absolutely. Well, how was the experience with it? Do you want
It
to
was
describe?
really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were also absolutely lovely, the staff, because it was me and two other people. We were all trying to figure out a slot we could all do, and the only slot that even kind of worked for all of us actually clashed with my shoot with you, Eddie. Really funnily. But they were genuinely so lovely about it. They were trying to fit us into other slots. They couldn't. I was like, okay, if I just have to leave after 20 minutes instead of doing the full 30, is that okay? So they said, yes, absolutely. They even offered me the chance to come back at the end of any of the other classes over the whole weekend to go back and take my photo, because that'd be the main thing I'm missing. I didn't have a chance to take them up on that, but knowing I had that offer was just really lovely of them.
Right, okay. Can I just step... I feel like I need to step in now and defend myself.
I booked with you first. You did.
No,
this was
absolutely,
me.
absolutely. But I'm sure you could have messaged me and said, Eddie, is there any chance we can move it? I would have said yes.
No. I also didn't know you had a break right after me. That was really funny, actually.
Hence why you could have just messaged me and asked.
I could have. Well, I
Oh.
know next time that I'm allowed to ditch you for sword fighting.
Yes, it's fine.
But no, it is such a fun, like, no extra cost activity to have on the con floor. And yeah, the staff that are booking it are lovely. The staff that are teaching how to sword fight are so funny. Like, they do warn you in advance before you even sign up that you need to have your knees bent for the entire thing, and they will hit you in the back of their knees with the swords to make sure that they're bent. So like, you get that warning in advance, you get to like go like, okay, that's fine. They're allowed to lightly hit me on the back of the knees, and they commit to the bit, and I really appreciate the commitment to the bit.
Okay. Anything else good about the event?
I mean, guest lineup was pretty good this year, I think.
Yes, someone else mentioned the guest lineup was good because we had Carl Urban from The Boys, Star Trek, Thor, Love and was it Love and Thunderclap? No, Ragnarok. That's it, Ragnarok.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings as well. Yes. Judge Dredd. And then
we had two from BBC Ghosts.
Yes.
I know they've come to con a few times before, but I guess this is another good the panel queue booking. Like being able to book like reserve seating. I mean, for the panels means that I actually got to go to the Ghost panel for the first time. I've missed all the BBC Ghosts panels before this because it's always that worry of seeing just how many people around the con floor are probably there for that panel and thinking that's such a long queue. Do I want to sink that much time into a panel I may not get into? Reserving in advance meant that like I'm okay to sink that half an hour into the queue time because I know I'm in.
Yeah.
And I actually got to go to the Ghost panel for the first time, and it was really nice.
Cool. Yeah, and I think also it stops me from camping.
Yeah, for sure.
Trying to get prime seats and all that. I haven't got much to really add to what Bailey just said. So before I cut Bailey off properly, Doc, was there anything you wanted to say about what Bailey was mentioning?
No, I pretty much agree.
Oh, okay, cool. Any other goods you want to mention?
I thought the accessibility stuff was a lot better this time round.
I actually meant Bailey, but yeah, so you go ahead, Doc.
I was pretty much done anyway, so you go for it.
I'm so sorry.
No, I was just sat here like, do I have anything good? And you saved me, actually. You go.
Yeah, you go, Doc, go.
Yeah, for me, the accessibility stuff was a lot better. They didn't try and argue with me or de-diagnose me, which is always fun. So yeah, I thought that was quite good. I didn't get my bag checked once, which made me laugh, especially on Sunday when I had a massive fuck off pulse rifle in it. But hey, so
yes,
they didn't even once look in that bag, not once.
No, but they've got scanners, don't they?
Yeah, I know, but it's plastic. It's not going to show up on a scanner, is it?
Yeah, so that'd be safe then, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah. I suppose. Sorry. I was like,
If
you normally check everything.
No, well, right. So I always, when I go through the scanner, or just open up my bag straight away, because when it's a side open bag, and I don't argue with the security. And a lot of times they just let me go, because I think the gesture of me, look, you can take a look, I'm not hiding anything. They go, yeah, off you go. I don't know if that's really a good thing to do, but yeah, but I mean, like I said, the scanners, I think I did take a quick look at the scanning machine, and I think it does like bip up and go, hey, you need to look at this guy or that person or they and all that. So yeah,
I got pulled off to the side, I think once or twice, and they literally just looked like, oh, it's just food. I was, I don't know what in my bag flagged, but something did, and they checked it.
Did you take a baguette in and then went, no, only food from the event can be eaten here?
I took the Expedition 33 baguette outfit too seriously.
A bit too seriously.
Just a bit.
Yeah. No, but going to doc, accessibility check. I'm glad they didn't like, what's the word? Like you said, de-diagnose you or something like that.
Yeah. I have had that a few times at MCM.
Yeah, and I'm sure you get that through life as well. So it's probably not a thing that. But I think those type of challenges are getting less and less now, because we are more aware and more evolved now. Which is,
I think so.
Yeah,
and,
which is all good. Yeah,
I don't know if you guys also experienced this, but a lot of the security staff actually seemed like they were enjoying their job, which was also really nice to see.
That's always nice.
Yeah, I'll bring up a story which I was going to bring in the bad, but it's not bad. But basically, I started doing photos outside of the barriers, and I will admit this was like early in the morning on a Friday, so it's very easy to spot me. But I think the security guy walked past me and said, "Sorry, sir, you can't take any professional photos outside of the barriers. You need to go inside." I was going to argue, because like I'm not a professional, but he looks at my equipment. He's got to check somehow. And if it's based on equipment, then I'm not going to really argue. But he was very pleasant about it, because he did say, "Hate to be the bearer of bad news." I went, "Oh, at least he's trying. He's trying to be friendly about it. He's not going, get inside now." It's like, yeah, just would you mind? Of course. So I didn't argue and went inside. So yeah, I know. I had an okay experience with security. Again, just reading some of the comments, I know one or two had issues with security, which you get that from time to time. It's and I did say to that person, look, it's one security guy, not everyone that's going to be like that. And things like that, and I'm not excusing the security guy, nor am I diminishing the story that I got told about their experience, but I was just trying to tell them that, hey, it's one person, not everyone out to get you, type of thing. So yeah. Got anything else, Doc?
I think you guys have pretty much covered it. I really liked Artist Alley. I thought it was so good this time around.
The what?
Artist Alley. It was just really laid out. I was like, yep, this is great.
Just
keep it like this. Remember this, MCM. Keep it like this. It was so much nicer.
Yeah, because I think in my live on the Friday, I did say, "Hey, internet, remind me to go back to the store," which I totally forgot anyway. To be fair, I think I spent way too much money, so I'm glad I didn't go back. In that sense of that, I didn't want to spend more money than I needed to or should have done. But yeah, Artist Alley, I just think I'm glad they are. There's a little bit more focus about Artist Alley and
nice to see.
Anything else? Before I move over to the bad, was any other goods that anyone else wanted to just jump in whilst we're still in this little circle?
I saw lots of signs being like, MCM does not support the use of AI.
But I saw that as well.
I don't know what they were actually doing about AI. Like, I didn't. I wasn't specifically looking out for it. I've got to admit, I was kind of in my own little world.
Yes.
But, curious to see if either of you guys saw or heard of anyone.
No, but I think
that.
It's still in the good. I'm glad they got a sign like that and things like that. But it's like any other signs in any event in any capacity. It's great to see it and then displaying it, but what's the reality? Are they actually doing something about it? So my impression is that there must be an agreement when they buy a table at MCM, especially in Artist Alley, that your work is 100% yours. Actually, I was speaking to someone about this, actually. No, not specifically the AI part, but about the evolution of Artist Alley, and they were saying that actually at one point that they weren't allowed to do, what's it called? Oh, what's the technical word for it?
Fan art.
Fan art. Thank you, fan art.
Yeah.
They weren't allowed to. It had to be all original work and things like that.
Yeah.
But over time, that policy's now lessened now, which is really good. So I think it's something that I'm hoping there's an agreement. I'm not in league with MCM. I don't know the inner workings of MCM Repop or any of their policy. I'm just guessing, but I'm hoping there is something that says, hey, please make sure all your work is of all original work, fan art, no AI involvement at all. Things like that. Yeah, go on.
I think, it was just nice of them to sort of say, we're supporting our artists by saying this. Although, as you say, fundamentally, how do you enforce that? What do you do? But I thought, fair play to you. You've actually you've listened.
Absolutely. There's a sign I remember years ago, which I think still about, which is like, cosplay's not consenting. Great to see that. Absolutely. How's it enforced? Well, actually, there's an app that you can report things and things. You can go to security. So there are mechanisms, things like that. So hopefully there are similar mechanisms within the AI policy and things like that. So yes, I know. Absolutely. It's really good to see those signs. I remember seeing that on my walkabout when I did eventually do it. Any other goods before we move on?
Oh, actually, the Connections Gallery.
Oh, yes. Do you want to talk about it, Bailey? You go talk.
So I only very briefly got to see it. Literally, I was up at the Cosplay Central area the end of the day Sunday, and I was just like, oh my gosh, wait, it's here. I can have a look around. The images they had were so stunning, and it was just so lovely to see an appreciation for cosplay photography in that way. All the images were amazing. It was so nice to see everyone whose work was on display got to do a paragraph talking about the photo as well, so you got to see more about the thought process behind it. It was just lovely, and I love seeing more appreciation for cosplay photography like that.
I mean, my work wasn't there, so thank you for kicking me while I'm down.
I did get a creator pass, so you can join me.
I'm joking. I am joking. I specifically didn't actually put my photos through because I just didn't think my work was good enough. And please don't worry. I'm not trying to get pity, but I genuinely thought, because the photos I did see up there went, damn, thank God I didn't put any of my photos up. So
okay, I'll yell at you in person to enter if it happens again.
Oh, yep, sure.
I'll save that for in person. Next time I jump scare you at a Taskmaster event, I'll scream at you about cosplay photography.
Yeah. Well, one of those live recordings, right?
Yeah. Where we'll both find out the lineup, so you can't do this to me again.
I'm still giggling about it.
It was so good.
It was so good, right?
But also, goddamn it!
Yay! Anyway, any other goods before we move on?
I think that's me covered now.
That's your covered. That's cool. So that's the case. Let's move over to the bad, and I'll go first again. As I mentioned about the Cosplay Central being moved upstairs, and it's nice to see its own little area and things like that. And I did speak to a few people up there, and I asked what was the traffic light and things like that, and they did. Oh yeah, it's still good, still people coming through, and I said this plainly because whoever you moved up there, let's say you moved Artist Alley up there or the main stage. Oh no, well, the main stage was downstairs. I'm trying to think what other parts are there. Maybe the retro. Say again.
The Pop Asia stage.
Pop Asia, or as I just mentioned. I just literally mentioned it. Oh, the retro gaming people who if you move them up there. At the moment, there's nothing connecting that end to the rest of it. It's like as soon as you get past, what's it called now? Oh my God, the shutters. They call the halls. That's it. The hall 10. Yeah. Words. Look, I'm in podcast for a while. All right, leave me alone. And my voice is going. I think. And when you get past 10, you're like, oh, there's nothing here. Oh, people doing photos here, but there's nothing here. Oh, just turn around. And if you don't look at the map or look at the signage, and I was pointed out there are signage, but over the white and orange background, the text didn't really stand out enough. If they literally put a black border around the font, it would have been a lot more visible. But when I looked at it, oh, it's there, but it kind of blends a little bit, the orange and the white. And I found out that it was very easy to not to miss it. But like I said, in my opinion, I felt that gap might cause a problem. But speaking to people up in that area, there was traffic going. People were going. I think one of the cosplay guests who was up there took a video and filmed how to get up there, so helped promoted the area. But I generally thought, without great signage saying "go up here," I thought it was quite bad. The EGX, now this comes up it was there last year in October, and it's come back this year, so it feels like EGX is an October thing, which is good. It's great.
Mhm.
It's nice to have a theme to it. Again, I just think like none of the big publishers were there. Like Xbox went there, PlayStation went there,
Yeah.
Sega. I'm trying to think of other publishers now. Activision. Just something like big tech demos, big game demos, or something like that. I wasn't too much into the gaming schedule, so I could be wrong what I've just said, but it did feel like it wasn't fully developed. But I will just take off the bad hat and put my not say good hat on, but a neutral hat on. I remember when EGX was a sole event on its own, and that was sparse. It was empty. So as much as I'm saying there's not much to do on the EGX side, I'm kind of glad it's folded in with the MCM because it kind of makes sense. Because some of the halls, if not majority of the stalls that were there, kind of crosses over with MCM events anyway. So they might as well just, rather having double spend on the stalls when there's hardly anyone going to EGX, but a lot of people go to MCM, they just pay one fee now. Anyway, there's that. And this is just a personal thing. Just a personal thing. I am finding it harder and harder now, especially with the new policy now that I'm going to assume it's Excel, not MCM, enforcing this. That you can't take photos outside the barriers, which I mentioned earlier. I find it increasingly harder and harder to find spaces within the fence and and maybe sneakily around it. Anyway, who said that? Who said that? But no, but generally I did try to stay within the barriers and all that, and I did find it increasingly harder to like be creative and find variation in how I take photos and things like that. I wish there's a better agreement between MCM Repop and Excel to allow us to go beyond the barriers. And I don't know if I said this in May when I said this, but I wonder if it's still the issue of like photographers like taking lights outside of the barrier, or just a lot of people.
But there was loads within the barriers, like
No, yeah. We'll leave it. I'll get to that another day.
But there was loads of people inside with them, and I don't see what the difference is.
Oh no, well, so
I get it's like a licensing agreement.
I think it's an insurance thing. I think if something happened within the grounds of the fence-off area of MCM, MCM pick up the bill.
Yeah.
If a house are outside of it, and especially with the public moving in and out because it is general public. And again, I'll reiterate this: the Excel ground is private land. Even though you can walk around it publicly, it's still private land. So Excel can say whatever they want and enforce it, whatever they want to do. Anyway, but yes, with I think we used to like spill over into those areas, and I felt like. Again, an incident might have happened. People took the piss, so I don't know. But yeah, it just felt like I think the public might have just gone, "Hey, we can't do anything. We can't even walk down here now. What are you going to do?" And I wonder if they've had enough. They've had complaints that they've gone. Actually, we need to move everyone back inside of the barriers, and that's the consequence of it. I'm not trying to defend NCN or XL. It's just a thought, things like that that I might have said in May. But yes, I'm just finding it hard to find photos. Anyway,
I can see that.
Did anyone want to like
understand
question what those three things I've said?
No.
Okay.
I mean, one of them was the Cosplay Central, right? Yeah, I think. I mean, like you said, whatever you move up there, the group that is very much there for that thing are going to be affected by the fact that it's further away. I do think. Specifically, not all of Cosplay Central, but moving Cosplay Hospital up there is a bit of an interesting choice, because if a part of your costume is fallen off or is broken, then you kind of need to be able to get to the Cosplay Hospital as quick as possible before it breaks more. But I will say on the flip side, I know there was one stall called Queer Swap that were also running their own cosplay hospital in one of the main con halls. I don't know which one, but I do know
Okay.
friends who went to use it. So I think that could be an interesting thing where if Cosplay Central does need to be moved further away, having another cosplay hospital on the con floor does really help with a lot of the bridging the gap between the main con hall and the
Okay.
Cosplay Central by having a hospital, cosplay hospital on the floor.
Absolutely. Can I throw something out? Because I'm not obviously a cosplayer, but you're a
Yeah,
cosplayer.
sure.
And Doc, feel free to jump in if you've got an opinion. Is it any more different going through the crowds into the north or south halls to get to Cosplay Hospital than it is to walk all the way to the east, go upstairs, and then go to the Cosplay Hospital? Is that?
Do you make a good point?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just thought, is that really?
I think it depends on the day.
It
Like
is.
on a Friday, having the cosplay hospital on the con floor and being able to get that, because the Friday isn't necessarily that crowded, because for a lot of people it's a work day.
Yeah.
It being in the main con hall,
Yeah.
game changer.
Yeah.
But I guess you're right, on the Saturday when it is so busy, being able to take, yes, a longer but potentially emptier walk could be more beneficial for some people.
Yeah.
It also depends what's broken. If it's the heel on your shoe and you're wearing high heel boots, for example,
Yes.
I would rather barge my way through people on the flat than try and go upstairs with one shoe. That's right. I feel like that's easier. But like if you've, I don't know, a strap snapped and you can just sort of hold it together and kind of make your way through, I think it's broad as it's long.
Yeah. I think it depends on the issue and how busy it is at the time. And I think obviously I go as a cosplayer. I've never volunteered or worked on any cosplay hospital at all, but I think there's benefits to both locations. There's the quieter, emptier, more out the way, and the something's broken that I need fixing immediately. I'll barge through people to get to it. So almost would be beneficial to have two proper cosplay hospitals, one at each end of the hall. Because also if a lot of people are shooting outside the pyramid entrance, having a cosplay hospital just inside the pyramid entrance at that end of the halls would be quite useful.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
But I do understand this is like a free service.
No, yes,
that is provided. So I'm not going to be like, oh my god, there's not enough people volunteering their time to sew me back into my costume.
Exactly. I will also, I'll add to your thing that someone else mentioned to me is like, what happens if you got big armor or big props and things like that, and how do you get to that end, regardless if you're trying to get into the Cosplay Central or the hospital? It's upstairs. What happens if you can't fit in the lift, or you can't go up the escalator, or even, in fact, if both of them are out, the escalator's not moving, the lift's is out of action. How do you get upstairs? It's like I said, you'd have this problem no matter who you put up there. But I feel like of all the communities you could put up there, the cosplay one has the more issues. I'm not saying it can't be up there, but I'm just saying has more barriers to get through, if that makes sense. So
Actually, I'm just thinking, was it? I might be wrong here, so feel free to cut this if I'm wrong. Was Writer's Block also up there?
Yes, that's it. That's what I forgot to mention about that. That yes, but I'm not.
Writer's Block was also up with Cosplay Central in the ICT.
Yeah. It's just I'm not into books, so therefore I didn't. I didn't want to. I forgot to mention it, so that's it. But you're right. Writer's Block was up there.
Yeah. But again, I wasn't personally like none of. I didn't go to meet any of the authors there, so that's not something that like personally affected me. But I do know they were also up there.
Absolutely, yeah. If no one wants to add to my little discuss my little bit, I think I let Bailey go first before, so I'll let Doc go first for the bad. So you go first.
I think we've kind of covered all of my bad, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's always the usual grumbles. Like online, I follow quite a lot of fellow disabled creators, and there's always people being rude, people getting in the way, and all that kind of stuff. But I think that's just people. I don't think it's specific to MCM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. I to be fair, I think that it's good to see that they've started to listen to what people think, and that we are the ones that are paying for them, not the other way around. So it's like they started to listen to some of the criticism that's come up previously. It's been very overdue. So yeah.
Cool. All right.
I'm glad to hear it's happening.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, if there's nothing that you could add, I'll move it back, move it to Bailey. So, is there anything you want to add to the bad?
I'm not sure if this is necessarily like a full-on bad, but the one guest that I did go, that I did actually go to the autographs and photo ops area to meet was Ben Starr. I have done like autographs, like I have been and got autographs before, and a lot of the time I prefer to pay for them online and then queue up on the day and then buy any add-ons while I'm there if I want them. This time there was no ability to buy his autographs online, and it felt that the queue never got capped, so it was. I'm trying to figure out how how to finish this thought.
Welcome to my world.
It was the moment of I went to autograph area, I saw the length of the queue, and because I hadn't already committed that money, I ended up in almost a bit of a panic, just kind of looking there. It's like, oh, is this what I want to do? I'm going to be stood here. I'm going to stand in here and wait. I don't know if I'm going to make it to the front by the end of the slot. I haven't prepaid, so it's not like I am not owed anything, but I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't guaranteed myself anything.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I don't think that was the case. I don't know. Again, if it's just down to individual guests and agencies preferring to take the payment on the day, fair enough. I guess, this is what I mean by I'm not sure if it's necessarily a bad and more a personal preference to be able to guarantee that in advance. With the panel reservations. I like to know what I'm doing in advance.
No, I understand that. I definitely understand that mentality and all that.
I met Blake Roman in May. Yeah, May. And it was all online, so you could get editions when you were there, but like the actual booking was all online, and they gave you an hour slot, which seemed to work really well. And then I was talking to a number of other people, and they had the same experience as you. They were like, there's just no slots, it's a free-for-all. And I was like, but it worked so well in May. Why have you changed it?
Yeah, I will say he was absolutely lovely to me, and he did actually go past his initially advertised autograph slot to make sure that nobody did get sent away.
That's really sweet.
That was very sweet of him, but it does kind of emphasize the point of like, if he hadn't done that, I wouldn't have met him, because by the time I did join the line, after I got distracted by a couple stalls in Artist Alley, I went and booked myself in a slot for the sword fighting, and then I went to meet him, and by that point, I joined the line and I met him past the end of his first autograph slot, and I couldn't make the rest of them because of other commitments.
Yeah.
So, I think whether it's a case of making sure that ability to pre-book your slots is there, or possibly just capping the queue if it looks like it's getting too long, so people don't have to work past their autograph slots and you're not stood there waiting like, oh, I hope I make it.
Do you remember the merchandise that came out after Neil Newborn's first?
Yes, I do.
First visit. I'm like, guys, did we not learn from this?
I think I don't want to say teething issues, because I know like meeting guests at cons isn't a new thing, but it's possibly just when someone gets a longer queue than expected, and then maybe they've had at previous events because of new jobs that have put them more in the public eye.
Yeah.
You get this moment of not quite correctly predicting how long a line will be.
Yeah. I mean, CooperCon has its problems, don't get me wrong, but the way that they deal with like meeting voice actors and stuff like that is so much easier. I know it's because they're a much smaller convention. If MCM has, let's say, 100,000 people there, CooperCon has like 15, so it's very different, like quantities of people. But the way they do it is much more sensible. It's either first come first serve, but they say that from the start, and it's open like the whole time the event's open, or it's time slots, and it feels like it flows a bit better that way.
Yeah, that's fair. I think, I don't quite know where I was going with that. Like I say, it's not necessarily like this was a bad. It's more just kind of it went against my personal preference, which I know could just as likely be a me issue.
I mean, I mentioned about photography earlier. That's definitely a me issue. Don't worry. You're absolutely fine to like bring up something that's personal to you and things like that.
It's probably not a me issue, because you'll probably find if you spoke to 10 other people that all were in that queue, they probably all of them would agree with you.
Yeah, especially if you're towards the back.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Any other bads before we move on?
I don't think I have. I mean,
Go on.
no, I was just thinking that we've already said I made the choice to go inside on a Saturday.
Yes, and
And it does get very busy. I think. Well, we all know because they're very upfront about it on the run up to it. They tell MCM will post 95% sold, 99% sold.
Yeah.
This is sold out, but the other tickets are available. Now those are 95% sold.
Yeah.
So you can see on the run up what days are going to be the busiest.
Absolutely, 100%.
And the Saturday this is not news. The Saturday is a very overwhelming day to be inside the building.
Absolutely. Yeah. Shall I bring this up now then? The comments. Okay. All right. Okay.
Sorry if I've messed up your.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Just to confirm something, we had nothing for the uglies, did we?
No.
No, good, because I had no uglies either. Cool. Right. Sorry, I'm trying to brace myself for this. I think I've said this once, I've said it twice, I've said it many times. Every time I see the words MCM oversold, I just want to yell at them saying they can't oversell. It is against their rules and health and safety policy, insurance and all of that. If they went one ticket over, they are breaching a lot of things.
But Eddie, how else can people complain on the internet?
Oh, no.
I will give people a different phrase they could use. It was crowded. I will give them that phrase. Yes,
That's fine.
It is crowded and overwhelming on a Saturday.
100%.
Fact of con.
And I don't understand people who take very small children on a Saturday.
Because it's the weekend.
Yeah, but I don't even like children, and I'm like, this is how you get your child snatched.
No.
Genuinely, because you could so easily lose track of sort of a 4 or 5 year old kid in that crowd. It's mad. There you go.
Okay, I'm going to change the subject so we don't get arrested for any of this.
Please.
So I changed how I deal with an MCM weekend. So I used to do, shall we say, personal stuff on a Friday morning, have lunch, and then literally photo shoot schedule Friday afternoon, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and never really go back inside. I really had a real tough time in May for both personal and semi-pro point of view. As I mentioned earlier about not getting many photos or great photos inside, that really affected me in May because I think it's one of the first times I've gone to left MCM weekend and gone, I've done okay photos, but none of them felt like I was inspired. I knocked out of the park. I was really happy with like in my head, I've already half earmarked. Oh, this would be a good photo to use for the end of year update for my logos and things like that. No photo in May I think I'll ever use for my banner logo update because I don't think any of them scream to me going, yes, these are the photos I'm going to use. This time around in October, I did my me day on a Saturday. And then Friday and Sunday was my photo shoot days. And I had such a brilliant weekend. I am speaking for myself that because I'd done that way around. Saturday, I wasn't feeling pressured of oh my God, I know what else I could have added to the bad. Damn it, I've said it in May though, but I'll say it again. The people who do the goddamn K-pop idol dance thing in front of the statue, can you fucking move it elsewhere? Like on the grass, the other corner of that. Don't put it in the middle of that where there's traffic flow from the one end to the stairs up to the goddamn XL. Anyway,
no, fair. That's fair.
Anyway,
yeah.
I
think just in general,
yeah.
Please don't stop in high traffic areas.
Yeah, just move it elsewhere. Oh my God.
Gently slow yourself down off to the side.
I absolutely. Anyway, but yeah, because I was able to I wasn't feeling rushed. I was able to take my time. I did do 1 or 2 shoots on a Saturday, but I felt like I could take my time. I could really think about things. There were a lot more spread out and things like that. So, and I did video content creation on a Saturday. I could plan those out. when the rain hit, I went, oh, I better have lunch then. And like, cool, I was fine. It's like, I felt so much calmer and better this whole weekend. And I swear I looked at every one of my photos this weekend, including yours, Bailey, including yours, Doc. And I felt like
Yay.
I knocked out a park. I could use some of these for my, my logo banner update. So
I'm glad.
yes. So
Because I mean, I'm also, from the little previews I saw, I'm very excited
there
about
you
the
go.
stuff that we
Yeah,
shot.
things like that. So, sorry, going back to the original comment about the crowds and all that. If you know it's going to be busy, and we all know Saturday will be busy, change your plans. Really, just you can't go full throttle, because if you know it's going to be busy, because it's not a surprise anymore. It's not been a surprise for 10 years. I don't know why it's all of that. But Doc, you have a solution to all of this, don't you?
Yeah, don't go on a Saturday. It's so simple. It's people will say it's fake, but don't go on a Saturday.
But you do. You've done this for about 2 years now, haven't you?
Yeah.
And do you feel better about
Yeah,
it?
I'm seeing an increasing amount of people skipping the Saturday, and that's fair enough, honestly.
So for me, because I have physical disabilities and they're especially bad at the moment because I've got a problem with my hip, by the end of Friday, I was dead. So I then had Saturday to recover. So then I wasn't a complete grumpy shit on Sunday.
Oh, there was a change. Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, it was different. And like, my experience was that the person I usually attend cons with gets quite overwhelmed in that kind of close, really busy. So we'd spend most of our time outside, and I'm like, I can sit outside at home for free. My dog's there. There's free food. I was like, yeah. For me, it's the answer. Like,
it's not technically free food. You had paid for it.
Well, yeah, I know, but I pay for it with the rest of the food. It doesn't feel like I've bought food.
I know what you mean. I was just poking holes. Can you carry on?
Oh God, I have an ugly.
Oh God, you do have an. Oh God, go on.
Right, I paid £14 for 3 tacos. I was like, are these tacos for ants? I was so upset. I can't even believe. Yeah, that's my good, bad, ugly. They were tasty but tiny. This is food and cosplay, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, that's very fair.
Have we all eaten? Good. Right. That's the food covered. Right.
Well, I did have dinner today, you see.
Yeah. It's not really called Food and Cosplay Podcast. It's just the Ed Talks About podcast. It was FNC Presents probably. Anyway, let's not go down that road.
Yeah. No. Actually, no. Let's pivot. Let's talk
back.
about the rebrand.
But yeah, the rebrand. God, jeez. Yeah. Let's just dump the last hour and talk about the rebrand. No. But no, I just have. I do take. I mean, and I've seen a lot of the comments that have been written about. Like I said, I will accept. People say it's crowded, 100%. Can I see myself not going on a Saturday? I could actually, because like you said, Doc has put a great case forward. Like, it's overcrowded. I can't really do much on a Saturday. I feel like it. I could try to push the boundary of where security might stop me or not. Like the Sunborn don't let people on anymore to take photos. I mean, one event is fine, and then another day they're not. It's like really weird how iffy they are with the back them taking photos on the Sunborn.
I will say, if we're on the topic of the Sunborn,
yeah,
I did manage to get onto the Sunborn to do phone photos.
Ooh, yep.
But we actually went into the bar. We all sat down, bought a drink first, grabbed a couple phone photos on the way out.
Yeah.
So, just full transparency, that was the state of things on Sunday.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, it's just like
it's always the thing that gets me is that with the whole Saturday thing, the number of people they'll be like, "Oh, you're not here tomorrow," and I'm like, "No," and they're like, "Oh, why?" And I'm like, "Because it's like being tormented," and then I see on their story all of Saturday them complaining about how overcrowded and hot and tired they are. And I'm like, you guys, I told you. You don't have to do this. There's a better way.
Yeah. I think so I'm not sure if I could see myself skipping Saturday, but I think my solution is going to be I need to change how I approach a Saturday. I don't I was almost there. I think I almost nailed it this time in that I had my Saturday cosplay be one that I absolutely adore, is comfy, and it feels like an easy win for me.
Yeah.
What I did wrong is I added a prop.
What by chance?
We were so close.
Is it a guitar with horns on it that sticks sideways?
Yeah. How'd you know?
Oh,
So, and I decided to go inside the building on the Saturday because in the moment it made sense because I knew I was in a corset on the Sunday. So I was like, I may be even more overwhelmed tomorrow
Yeah.
and may not want to go inside. Turns out when you get your friends to lace you into a corset properly and you make sure you don't do it too tight, it doesn't get too overstimulating and you can go in on the Sunday and you can avoid the chaos of a Saturday that way. I didn't know that until it was too late, and I did push myself a bit too far on the Saturday when it was
Yeah.
too overwhelming for me. It was too
Oh, no.
crowded for me, and I pushed through it.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
And but again, part of it comes down to you need to think about how you need to approach convention. Not everyone's going to approach convention the same way.
Yep.
Some people are going to thrive in those crowds, and some people are not.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's okay either way.
Absolutely.
And I'm learning. I'm not.
No, you're right. I'm learning that I actually prefer the weekend setup I had. There's like Saturday. I know it's going to be busy. I can avoid a lot of the peak times when there's going to be high crowd. You know, when people say, "Oh, outside is so," you know, there's so many people, it's crowded, and it's oversold. Like maybe the one spot where everyone's congregated, the one area to probably watch those goddamn dance battles. Yes, it's gonna feel crowded. It's gonna feel oversold, but because I think on the Sunday, I remember standing, where the billboards are outside near the tree line.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just started walking away from the statue past the billboards. Then also noticed like, wait a minute, there's no one hardly in front of me. I turned around and noticed the big crowds, and I went, wait, turn around, empty. Turn around. Crowd, turn around, empty. What's going on? Why is no one shooting photos here? Why couldn't they move that thing over here? God damn it! So I think, like I said, if we can have proper spots where people can have those little things, that'd be great. But like, I know I said it once, but please move it, because honestly, I get very annoyed that the flow traffic, they're stopping people from like moving out, through quicker. If they literally just moved it, the flow traffic would be better. Anyway, that's just me being me. Anyway, so crowds, please, I beg of you, can you just rephrase oversold to "it was crowded"? That's all I'm asking. And I'm not trying to defend MCM or anything like that, but I can't imagine that if they did oversell and it was true and it got out, we will not have a Comic-Con anymore, because I'm sure something will happen. Anyway, anything else I should mention before I start reading comments?
I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
No.
Also, why did it cost you £14 for 3 tacos? Who were you?
Yeah, no, we do actually need to go back to this.
Who are you feeding? One yourself and
No. Just me. £14 for 3 tacos. And I swear to God, if you'd spread out the taco shell thing, it would have been the size of a CD.
Oh,
it was so small.
I have seen taco that size before, so
yeah, criminal.
Yeah, it is criminal.
However, the drink was really good that went with it. But the tacos, I can't stop talking about the tacos because I was just so horrified.
Yeah. No, I understand. Okay, cool. Well,
it's
not
like
cool.
I was sad with you.
Yes. All right. So let me go through comments, and feel free to jump in if you agree, disagree, if you want to add more to it. I won't say every comment. I won't say every name. But first person I can see, Sammy Dodger Minds. Oh, hey, stranger. As you know, I was there all 3 days. Not going to lie, had the best time this MCM. Ability to use both exit. Yes. Was both exit open? No, was not open previous years, and this is the first time it has been open because of construction.
Yeah, the Prince Regent end.
Yes.
The non-glass pyramid end. Other than one point when I was around there at the end of the day, Saturday, where there was a staff member who had to come through and say, everyone, Prince Regent exit is closed, and basically put everyone back towards the pyramid end. I do think the Prince Regent exit is back up and operational, minus that one moment.
Is running and everything from there.
Yeah. Because I definitely saw a security barrier there, similar to one on the west entrance. Yeah, west entrance. So I think both ends are open, which is really good to know.
It's nice, yeah.
Yes, they also enjoyed the whole MCM environment. MW Cosplay, great to see you, buddy. I love the weekend. Really went well. I think the main problem people told me were cosplay zone at the end of the con. Again, the subject of security came up. Rude security, breaking props, nothing. look, again, I'm not trying to defend security. They should be told not to touch props, or at least be malice and break it. But also, they're doing a job. They've got to make sure if it is real or what, and if it's going to hurt people and things like that. So I'm not suggesting that they have a license to break props or just be heavy-handed, but also, what? I've got two cosplayers here right in front of me. Can you make props not that delicate?
Yes. To an extent.
Yeah. I think it depends on what you're making
Yeah.
and how experienced you are at making it.
Yes.
Something
I think
like
if you're
Bond.
very early, you can spend a long time on something and it could still come out fragile because you're new at it, and it's going to hit a lot harder if that gets broken.
Yeah.
When you're like, oh my gosh, my first prop, and I made it all myself, and it doesn't last the day.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I think it depends on what the item is.
Yeah.
Honestly.
No, that's right.
If you're making something that's like a wand, that's going to be very at risk of like snapping, or a unicorn horn, that kind of thing. But if you're making something more solid, like say Alucard's guns, for example, just off the top of my head, they're solid. It's very difficult to break them.
Yeah.
It's just the different style of the prop.
No, and also, I'm not trying to shift the blame to the cosplayers that they should have made a stronger prop.
Of course.
But like I said, it's. I've always said security got a job to do. They've got to do some. Not saying they've got to do so. They have a mandate to follow.
And it's actually, most security works because it's a deterrent, not because they actually find stuff. Because if they see you properly, if you're a security guard and you're seen to be properly searching bags, checking props really thoroughly and all that kind of stuff, it makes people who might want to bring in something that's a little bit illegal, it makes them less likely to do it because shit, these people are actually looking, they're actually paying attention, they're switched on,
Talk about security, actually, whilst it's now popped into my head, and I can't think where this could fit in any of the three, but was it just me, or was the amount of actual real policemen on site was actually quite high?
Yeah, the UK terror alert's been raised.
Oh.
Okay,
I noticed it, because I do remember seeing someone getting a ticket of someone, and I went, "Oh, is this a bit?" And then someone, "No, that's a real policeman." Oh, okay. Run away.
Yeah.
Cool.
Due to the developments in the Middle East, we are at a new terror alert.
Nice.
I have an autistic thing, okay?
No, it's fine. It's no problem. No, it's fine.
So fair. It's an important thing to know.
Absolutely, 100%. Nice to know that we are delivering the news on a day that, when people listen to it, may be out of date.
Yes.
Who knows? Me cosplay was there all 3 days. They couldn't get through. They found the crowds around our Sally was a bit too much. They couldn't get moved around. They thought also moving the Cosplay Central to 3rd floor was a bit weird, so things like that. So I'm just trying to skim read, talk amongst yourself. Oh, let me read this one. Exhausted Pigeon. Personally, had a great time. However, the Cosplay Central and main stage was far away from the actual con, as well as no signs for it. So I have mentioned about the no signage. I would say having a wrestling ring next to the store was awful, both for traffic, and I know so many people got overstimulated from it. I think that's a very good point. We are a community that are very welcoming to neurodivergent people, especially those with ADHD, autism, and any other hidden disabilities. And I'm not saying they're not welcome, but I do question, are they really a Comic-Con-esque type of attraction? But I also think actually it is, because I think I have seen people dress up as wrestling. It's all, wrestling, in sense, encourages people to dress up, in leotards and all that, and things like that. I think I did see someone actually dressed up as Roman Reigns. So it is.
There's a lot of overlap.
Definitely. Good word, overlap. But having it there does seem a bit weird, but where else could you put it?
Yeah, it's a similar thing of like when main stage and central stage, now called capital stage, were on the con floor, the sound would leak out. I think whatever you put on the con floor, you need to think about like how much is the sound going to leak out and affect everyone around it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So just reading very quickly. DD Pure, even, sorry, I can't read, bit bad. But the position of areas weren't thought out as well enough. I know they were trying to not cause bottlenecks in the autograph areas, but really hits the writer's block area where they lost a lot of foot traffic. I will agree with that. I think the foot traffic was for that because, like I said, where I work, I work in a library, and like I sit in a room full of books, and hardly anyone takes books out anymore. So books is a dying breed, and I think you do need to give a spotlight. If you're going to give the spotlight to the artist alley, you've got to give the spotlight to writer's block somehow. And I think if you don't give them that spotlight, it's going to be hard. Look, if there's an author you want to see, yes, you're going to go and find them. But if it's just by chance you walk into that area, you go, oh, writer's block. Oh, well, is that like that? It's like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like, you've got to give the opportunity where you can. Having some same person DD pure, having some panels in smaller rooms was a good idea, as I appreciate the less exposed area. I think that's a really good comment. I really like that.
Fair enough.
So I'm just trying to read more. I probably should have asked you guys to like load it up and just check. I'll give it. I do. Here's a negative. So breaded nuggets. Saturday was hell on earth. I found the crowding was just too much. Obviously, it's a Saturday, but noticed that a lot more cosplayers and even children inviting themselves into groups I was with without asking. While I was happy to chat and take photos, cannot keep collecting people to walk around with. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, this is a good one. Who are they? Pink Punk Spunk. I hang on. Let me say that again. Pink Spunk Spunk. Yes, yeah. I didn't say anything rude. Good. I thought I did say it. Was super fun but super hot. APT, you expected free, or at the point where you expected free water and fans. Yeah, I do agree because I walk through. Those who know me, I do walk around with my traditional red hoodie.
Yes.
And my
the iconic red hoodie.
Red hoodie, red cap.
The uniform.
Yeah. I've only got that one red hoodie. I need to get myself another red hoodie just in case that one ever gets lost or ripped apart or things like that. It is starting to show its age a little bit as well. So
we need the full wardrobe of red hoodies. We need to be prepared for all eventualities.
Okay,
The red hoodie must be protected.
Excuse me, I'm not a cartoon character where when a cartoon character opens their
Are you
wardrobe.
not?
No, it's not like all this. Although saying that, I've got a lot of black t-shirts. Anyway, and I've added 2 more this weekend. Anyway, but me walking around with my hoodie on and my heavy camera bag, I could feel the sweat between the layers. I can only imagine what cosplayers felt inside of that area. So, yarp, yeah. Maps are okay. The maps, okay. I might add this to the bad actually. So I saw the maps online, and they had both a normal map version and then an artist version of it. And I thought, okay, that's good. That's really good. That if it wasn't clear how this laid out, you got a proper version of it. The paper version of it, which you can pick up, what I picked up on when I picked up my ticket, my pass, it was just the artist version of it. And as much as it looked cute and great, I found it a little confusing where things were. So I do think... Yeah, go
on. Kind of on the topic of the map, but a good thing, I don't know if this was a thing at previous MCMs that I didn't notice before, but on the app, you could also, I think it was just with exhibitors, I don't think this was the case for Artist Alley, but if you found an exhibitor you liked, you could show on map, and it would point them out basically on an almost Google Maps looking type map, and that was so useful because I was kind of said that I don't know where this stall is. Oh, it's at the back of North Hall. I'll go that way.
Yeah.
So I think we're getting there with the maps, but like I said, I think there's still some things to iron out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think a lot of these comments are the same as I'm reading. I'm just trying to think. It's all 3 days busy. 2 your cake, you're cool. Showcase and Masquerade was a lot of fun. The fact that Cosplay Zone was at the end was annoying, but anything... sorry, I should say who this person is. Storyteller George. Just to reiterate, Showcase and Masquerade was a lot of fun. The fact that the Cosplay Zone was at the end was annoying, but anything was that broke on the way meant once you got to the event, you could get it fixed rather fast. Oh, what?
Oh, true. Yeah, because it meant that the Cosplay Central was right next to the entrance, like the general
Oh,
entrance,
gotcha.
so not the creator, industry,
Yeah.
press, or accessibility entrance. That was at the close to the pyramid end,
Yeah, yeah.
but all other entrants did actually put you out right by main stage and Cosplay Central.
Yeah. I should read this one out. Some guy called CJ the Geek. Oh my god, that Geordie host in the waistcoat is so hot and amazing. Can we all agree to disagree with that comment? Can we just all agree to that? That's not a correct statement. I'm going to make a formal complaint about this Geordie on stage. I'm joking. CJ, we love you, ish.
Hey, CJ.
Oh. Anyway, CJ Diddums. One hall was set out nicely. You could snack back and forth, but the other was a little all over the place without a nice flow. The new craft area with the cosplay center was nice. Not enough room. Not enough room. Unfortunately for everyone waiting to craft, as people didn't move on after doing the first craft and stayed and hogged seats. Not. Maybe they should have hogged seats. Maybe they should have cleared the room and set up each one. Yeah, I don't know why they don't clear the room before setting it, but then I can imagine if someone says, "Oh, I'm here for the next one." Do you want to ask them to really re-queue up again? I don't know. It's. I'm not saying it's a fair thing to do or not to do, but
yeah, trying to find the fairness in that, because if you've got 2 panels in a row, then obviously you can't queue early for the second one if you're in the first one.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then if you don't clear the room, you're encouraging camping again, like we were saying earlier.
Yeah.
There's a problem either way, and I don't know what the solution is.
I love that we want solution, but we just can't provide it.
Yeah, like I will hold my hands up and say, I don't know about for this one.
Yeah.
Difficult as well, because in the States, I know they do. It's quite heavily ticketed. Most of the tickets are free, but you have to sign up and say, right, I'll be there at 9 o'clock for the 9:15 slot for an hour, so they can predict it. But I think a lot of the charm comes from being a bit flexible, maybe meeting new people at con who go, oh, we're going to this wig styling event. Do you want to come with us? And that kind of thing. So I feel like you lose some of that kind of spontaneity.
I think
with that, I don't know.
I think having a split, maybe not necessarily 50-50, but some sort of split between like reserved seating and turn up on the day seating.
Yeah.
So you can have that flexibility and spontaneity, but also if it's something that you're going, it's like, I want to do this today, you get guaranteed, you know whether or not that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Sorry, just reading more whilst you were just talking. Not that I wasn't listening, but I wasn't. I wasn't. PJ Cosplay. I enjoyed this event overall. I didn't get overwhelmed on the Saturday this time compared to the Saturday back in May. I'm trying to work out in my head if actually both Saturdays were the same, or Saturday was less busy this year, this October compared to May. I really found May so overwhelming, but this time around it wasn't. But I don't know if it's because I changed my schedule for it. So
yeah,
I know Doc, you can't contribute to this conversation, to this part of the conversation. Bailey, do you think there was a difference between the two Saturdays, or it was same-ish?
I think I'm not sure if annoyingly, I'm not sure if I can really comment either, because I think if we're comparing it to May, I think I spent a lot of time outside in May on the Saturday.
Warm in
what changed what changed in October was my approach to it, and I made the decision to go inside with a prop on the Saturday, which I now know is like that's out of my limits.
Yeah.
So yeah, it felt very it probably felt more crowded and overwhelming to me on the Saturday.
Yeah.
But that's down to my own decisions, and it seems that if a lot of people do seem to be saying they got less overwhelmed on the Saturday this time. So
yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair.
You got to pick your own approach to a con at times, and if that involves missing the Saturday, good for you. If it involves changing how you do a Saturday, which is what I clearly have to do.
Yeah, that's what I said. My MCM weekend, how I done it this year will be what I'll be doing going forward. Anyway, what was I going to say? Last comment, because as I said, there's loads up there, and I want people to I want to keep this conversation going, because just in case if MCM do read my posts, there's some good feedbacks here. But the one I want to leave just end with, Mr. Benny UK found a lot more independence. Never found the ring. I don't know about this. Never found the ring. Yeah, did you know there's a treasure hunt at the at MCM?
Yes, I did. I actually tried to do it.
Yeah.
I just didn't get around the whole thing. I have completed the treasure hunt once before, a
Yeah.
couple years ago.
Oh, okay then.
But I think I did it. I had a solo day on a Friday. I think it is a really cool solo activity, actually,
Oh, okay then.
which I think is quite not rare to find at a con, but I feel like a lot of the time, like if you're on your own, you don't quite know what to do. I think the treasure hunt was really fun for me as a solo activity a few years ago. I was there on the Friday. Everyone else I knew had work, so I was just like, okay, if I do the treasure hunt, then I know I will get my bearings. I'll be able to help out my friends when they get there, and I might get a little prize at the end.
Good. I like that.
I didn't manage it this time, but I also didn't have any solo days this time.
Yeah. No.
So,
But I think the comment about a lot more independence, I think that's absolutely good. I think I as much as I crap on a different event that also starts with an M and ends with live. I do actually find that they have a lot of wide variety of independent stall owners. Whereas I think MCM, if this person's saying the same thing, that actually there's a lot more independent. Oh, actually, that's a really good thing. Sadly, I'll speak to someone about this. This just flashed back to me. Someone said to me that the variety of Artist Alley store owners was actually good this year. As in, they weren't like 50% of them were doing this, all the same theme. Like, not everyone was doing K-pop Demon Hunters. I mean, that wouldn't be. I would have enjoyed that, but I know some people may not like that. But I think again, I don't know what the process is, or because there's a lot more Artist Alley seats that could be sold off.
Yeah,
more people did apply, and therefore you got that variety. But yeah, I'm just saying it was just nice to see that the lot more independent stores, both in the Artist Alley and within the halls itself. But there were still mega companies that, like, I think Bandai were there.
Yeah, Bandai were there.
I want to say Lego. Sylvanian.
Yes.
Who is it? What are those little things?
Sylvanian family.
Yeah, Sylvanian family. Yeah.
Lego was there.
Oh, Lego were there. Okay, cool.
Smith's Toys, whatever.
Oh yeah. Oh, were they?
Yeah, they were doing the Lego store.
Oh, it was the Smith's Toys that had because they had like a Lego Mario Kart.
What? Oh, I missed that. Oh.
I missed it as well. It wasn't until I was seeing people posting their pictures after. I was like, I could have sat in a Lego Mario Kart.
Oh man. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. But there was a lot of things to see. I think, like anything, I keep saying this year on year. I think, because I've been to New York sorry, there's a little running joke I talk about New York Comic Con. Although I'm quite glad I waited over an hour to say the word New York Comic Con.
I'm quite impressed with you.
You've done well.
Thank you. I always say that I feel like New York Comic Con, they offer a lot more freebies, like either freebie comics, freebie lanyards. Cause a lot of people see my lanyard because it comes from New York Comic Con, and they see Webtoon. Oh my god, you work for Webtoon? No, it's just a free lanyard from.
I did clock the Webtoon lanyard. Yeah. I was just like, I wonder where that came from.
Yeah.
I just forgot to bring it up.
No, that's fine. I think I might have some spares. So if I ever see you again, I'll hand you one.
Ooh.
That's not to everyone. Just that's for Bailey. Maybe
mine. My lanyard.
Oh god, what have I started?
New York Comic Con.
New York, yeah. So there's a lot more freebies. I feel like at New York Comic. Yes, it's a bigger venue, and some stores can offer freebies, like the big conglomerate ones. And I'm not suggesting everyone needs to copy nor do what at New York Comic Con do. But the only free stuff that I could pick up was a tote bag, and again, that's the same thing. That was the same free tote bag from May. I don't know if the inners were actually the same, but actually, let me get out. It's on the floor. Hang on. Right. Oh god! I had a real panic that I looked at. Oh god! Hope the thing is still recording. Okay, what's this? Right. Imagine we just an hour and a half and
just been yapping.
No stickers. I think I remember. Oh no, it is a little different because it's Halloween themed. So yeah, because I can see the word zombie on it. But yeah, it's relatively the same stuff. Yeah. So it's like, nothing. I would have just gone. Yeah, again, we're going every time MCM London is. There may be people who
Yeah,
just
we
turn
are.
up for the first time or the only time, and they go, "Oh my god, this is all lovely! This free tote bag." Went, yeah, we've seen that tote bag before. But yeah,
Yeah, I feel like tote bags are
yeah.
a very common. Oh, not even just MCM, just across
Oh
all
yeah.
events. Like I've gone to, I guess, kind of conventions through work, and the amount of tote bags I come back with, it's always useful.
Oh, absolutely.
But the
Very
tote
useful.
bags are very much
Very useful.
a,
What was that?
a very useful, very common
Yeah.
freebie to get.
What was it? I was at Hyper Japan. I don't know where it is
Yeah.
now, but they had some really nice. You had to do something to get the free tote bag, but I'm talking about like thick walled
Ooh,
tote bag, and it was
nice.
really nice. I was like, oh, but again, with my non-ADHD diagnosis, obviously I'm not gonna use it. I'm just gonna keep it because it's too precious to use, isn't it? This is really nice. This would be useful for shopping, but I'll actually keep it to one side and never use it. God damn it, Eddie. Anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's it. Please feel free to go on to my socials. I'll try to put the links both to the Instagram and the TikTok links if you want to add your own comments to it. But is there anything else you want to add before I ask this one last question to the both of you?
I had somebody message me to tell me how much they appreciated the reset room.
Oh yes,
Oh yes.
yes.
I was really glad to hear about that because they have some similar joint issues that I do, and it was really nice to hear that they'd had such a good experience. I was like, yes, well done, MCM.
Yes.
You
That's
had
good
this.
to hear.
No, absolutely, yes. I think I try to promote that as much as I can when I
Yeah.
ever see it, in definitely in the lives and things like that. Because I definitely see it in Birmingham. I think London, it can be a little hidden from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I need to make a habit of in advance looking at the map and finding where the reset room is.
Yes.
Because I often find myself on the floor in the back of my mind going, wow, I could really do with the reset room right now. And then that thought doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Again, I need to fix my approach to cons so I can like predict what I'm gonna need, find it, and then need it, not just need it and go, well, that would be nice, wouldn't
No comment.
it?
Anyway, if that's the case, then let me ask this one question, a last question before we end the podcast. Bailey, did
Hello.
you have a good weekend, and will you be going back if you can in May?
I did have a good weekend. I will be going back for 2/3 of May. I'm not doing the Sunday, but that is just a scheduling conflict.
Oh, fair enough then. Excellent. All right. Cool.
Because I know Sunday is a very random day to not do.
Yeah, that's fine. No. I was this time last year. I only did the Sunday because I couldn't get the Friday off from work, and I had to go to a wedding on Saturday. So I had the
I mean,
Friday.
I didn't do MCM October at all last year. I was on holiday.
Oh, fair enough then.
So hey, MCM, if you are listening, bring the McElroys back because I missed them last year, and that was just mean, actually.
I mean, clearly,
Like to bring the McElroys to the UK when I was in America, that's not fair. And bring them back, please.
I know MCM are listening, Repop are listening, so I'm sure they'll listen to your
The McElroys are going to appear now. They're never going to leave because I said this.
Doc, I know you were only there 2/3 of the weekend, but did you enjoy the weekend, and will you be going back?
Yeah, I did, and yeah, I will.
Excellent. Just to round it all off, I'll say it once, I'll say it again. I had probably I wouldn't say the best weekend I've had at a Comic Con, but it's definitely up there. Like I said, the change of the schedule, how I approach it, how I honestly, I had a smile ear to ear. I will say that I've had some good positive things happen in my life recently, so I feel like that's contributed to my good mood to the event. So yeah, I can't wait to edit these photos when I get to them, and I mean it when, because it's just never ending. I just want to be. I remember the beginning of this year, I cleared my backlog. It was so good to clear my backlog. Now no. Anyway, on that
I
note,
believe in you. You can do it.
I know I can do it. See, your prep work, your work is before the con. Mine's always after.
Yeah.
It's always after, and people hate me.
For a comic, it was like that. And it was like cosplayers before a con, and it was a cosplayer like in a whirlwind doing loads of stuff, and then the cosplay photographer was asleep, and then it was and I was like, yeah, I feel bad for you guys, but also I have suffered. So it's your
I feel
turn.
like this is the one part of the year where none of us get to rest because the cosplayers are prepping for MCM Birmingham and the photographers are working on MCM London.
Yep.
Nobody's sleeping right now.
No one's really sleeping. Yeah, you're right about that.
There is no sleep in the cosplay community. for
Sleep?
November.
What's sleep? No, everyone deserves 8 hours of sleep. That's still
Please, everyone get your sleep.
Please do. We got an hour.
For legal reasons, I'm not encouraging no sleep.
No. But we will encourage the No Sleep podcast. That's a very good one.
Oh, is it? Oh, wait, whoa! Don't promote someone else's podcast over my one. No.
It's creepy stories. It's a very different market.
No, mine comes.
Do you tell creepy stories?
I'm on it. I'm speaking.
Oh, fair point, yeah.
Hey! And on that note, we're going to end the podcast. Gee. Bailey, Doc, thank you very much for being on the podcast. So it gives Bailey some time to think. Doc, where can they find you on the social medias?
I have all of them because I don't go outside, and classic Aricos for all of them.
Yeah, because you're on the Blue Sky, aren't you?
I am on B-Sky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, B-Sky. You call it B-Sky. Oh.
I don't know. I'm dyslexic.
What's called? Well, I just said Blue Sky, so you just repeated what I just said.
I could have done.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Mm-mm.
I'm unique.
Yes, you are. You are not a unicorn. You are a corn? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think you should finish that thought.
No, exactly.
Best.
Bailey, where can they find you on the social medias?
I am at Arcadia Bailey. Also, pretty much everywhere. I also don't.
Yeah.
I also have two online.
Yeah.
Because you're on the Blue Sky. Oh, sorry, B-Sky.
I am. I haven't used it much, but I will pop on there occasionally and repost something.
Yeah, because I think
I suddenly remember I have it, and then I'm like, shit. Retweet or whatever they're called, reblogs, reposts.
yeah,
whatever.
no, it's fine. I'm trying to think if I posted something recently of yours. I feel like I have.
Probably. I go on
If
and
I
repost
get
them.
a notification someone's tagged me, I'll be like, oh, yay, I'll hop on and repost, and then I'll forget the
And then just
again.
run off, yeah.
Yeah. I disappear.
Well, it's not the last.
I'm mainly Instagram and TikTok at this point.
It's not the
Actually,
last.
mainly Instagram.
Yeah, it's not the last 7 days, so I'll just leave it at that. Anywho, right. If anyone needs to find me on the social medias, including Blue Sky, if you go to foodandcosplay.org/links, that's where you'll find all my social media links. If you go to foodandcosplay.org, for as long as it still remains at the moment, you can find my cosplay photos there as well, links to cosplayers and things like that. If you go to foodandcosplay.org/podcast, you'll find previously recorded podcasts with Doc, hopefully with Bailey in the future, and other subjects, other guests, and things like that. Oh, it depends if Bailey enjoyed herself, really. So, themselves, I should say, themselves. And patreon.com/foodandcosplay. I will do I'll do a roundup myself about how I enjoyed yes, I will do one on my own. Yes, I will explain why I had such a good weekend and things like that. I'm also doing something called Raw and Edited, which is a personal account of things that might just cross over each other, those two. But yeah, we'll cross that bridge when I need to. And I'm currently editing VinCon photos. I was gonna say I might go online and show what I'm doing, but I think I'm busy each night tonight. Like hello?
Sorry.
It's not like someone shut the door.
No, I'm
Sorry.
just throwing things for no reason.
Fair enough. Sorry, I'll shut up then. All right, I'll shut up. All right, fine.
No, you carry on.
No. As I was saying, no. Photos are coming out soon. But yes, that is it from me, really. But no, Doc, I hope you enjoyed yourself. Not enjoyed yourself like that. Did you enjoy your time on the podcast?
Yes, I did.
Cool, thank you, Bailey. Did you enjoy the time on the podcast?
Yes, I did. Thank you so much.
I will try to get you back on the podcast at a later date. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And no, just said it again. No. Oh. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to say goodbye, and they're going to say goodbye. So, bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh God, I want to sleep.
And it's only Tuesday.
Oh, don't say that.